pass from Havili was magic. The shift on for Crotty. Boom, far down you go, Quackett Smith. Me, oh my, I have enjoyed that. Yes, boy.
Sit back, relax, put your belt on, and enjoy the show.
All right, now to the most important position on the field, props. How good? We love our props. Let's go with the top picks. Top picks in 2021. Taniela Tupou, can't go past him. He's just incredible. I'll talk about him very quickly in sync with Alan Alatoa. Two players, I think they ended up with the third and fourth highest averages, but they played immense amount of minutes, and I don't see that changing this year. I think Tupou played 17 games, 1,237 minutes. Alan Alatoa, 15 games, 1,042 minutes. They both have extremely prominent roles within their team. Alan, of course, is the captain, and I can't see that changing. It's not like there's very young forwards behind them. You'd think maybe with Tupou, perhaps Zane Nongor might get a few more minutes on the field if he's even on the back. But
not that many.
But I just see them having, if not the same year, even better.
My original worry was that Leslie Leor-Macon was going to come back from his Achilles rupture and take some minutes off Allen. Not a huge amount, but some. But he's gone. So they literally just have no one. He's just going to play 75 to 80 minutes every week.
Absolutely. Yep. And so, look, those two guys, Tupou had 557 total points, 30.7 average. Allen had 496 total points, 31.4 average. Huge. So, apart from them, the other valuable picks, Harry Johnson-Holmes. So he ended up second overall with 32.9 average, 0.58 points per minute. And similarly to these guys, he doesn't really have any competition for tight head. He's the clear tight head starter at the Waratahs. And he's going to be playing big minutes, and he just works hard. So he's certainly up there. The last of the what I consider valuable picks, Michael Alatoa, should be starting tight head for the Crusaders all year. And if you're starting for the Crusaders all year, it doesn't really matter which position you're in.
And who was last year's first?
And last year's first pick, I was going to get to him. First average was Alex Hodgman, the Pirates of the Caribbean. He actually will feature in the biggest loss in value for props as far as I'm concerned, and that's because Big Carl, Tuankuafe, All Black Big Carl with a big mo. Nice, Nels.
You butchered it.
It was injured a lot of last year, but he's back and he'll be hungry to get back into that AB squad. So I see him taking a lot of minutes or a lot of minutes sharing there, which is a common theme also because Offa Tuangafasi, who was one of the better props from last year, similarly has had his All Black tight head buddy Nepo Laulala sign with the Blues.
Crazy. So unfair.
So they now have all these All Black props. They have 4 All Black props. And anyway, same thing. I can't see anything but them just minute sharing those two all throughout the season. So that also decreases Offa's value significantly. Look, I mean, we can talk about props forever, but let's just get to the two exciting props. Angus Bell, probably the biggest value increase this year.
Surely.
And certainly I'm putting him up there as one of these top props to pick one of the top 6 props, I would say.
And when you say biggest value increase, let's not forget he was already the 8th highest average.
Exactly.
And did he have the highest points per minute out of any of the top 10 at 0.62? It'd be close, surely. That's huge. That's above most of the top fly halves, centers, outside backs, everything.
So he played like 12 games, but he only played like half the minutes in those games because he was coming off the bench behind Wallaby Tom Robinson for the majority of that time.
Yeah.
But he did. He had the second highest points per minute behind someone who I got as a smoky, Alex Fidow, who had 0.82 points per minute. Right. If he can see some more game time, he can be amazing. But no, Angus Bell. Similarly, Tom Robinson has moved on. His competition ahead of him has moved on to the Force. So Belly or insider trading Bell, Daddy's boy Bell, what they call him, he has no competition. Mr. Incredible himself will be starting huge minutes all year this year. And boy, we're excited to see what he can do as Waratahs fans.
He looks like a man that is fit as well. You know, like he looks like he can play bulk minutes from the get-go.
Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And obviously he also, came off playing. He played for the Wallabies at the end of last year. So he came in, 19-year-old Waratah Wallabies. He's done it all. So he's huge.
And 12 months ago before his first game, Morgan Turinui said, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the Waratahs captain in 12 months. He's not. but I think that says it all.
Yeah, it's good enough for me.
But we wouldn't have been surprised if it did happen. And last player, of course, we can't not talk about him, but the big pony. Bonnie.
Bonnie? Yeah.
Do you want to say his last name as well, then, for us?
Fa'amasili.
You nailed that. Under pressure, crushed it. Very good. Big Pony, who talked about I don't know how many times, mate. Ride your pony. That's I'm riding that pony. I'm hoping he gets in my team. I'll tell you that much. But we've talked about him. I don't know how many times. Has played number 8, but now is locked down tight head. I would be a little bit more excited, a tiny bit more excited, if the Rebels hadn't signed Puma's international. I forget his first name, but Soshino.
Lucas?
I don't know if it's Lucas,
Something
but
like
a Puma tight head prop, probably I'd say second or third in the rankings of the Pumas. So certainly has quite a few caps, very experienced prop. So that might take some minutes, but for sure, Pone is still absolutely the favourite. He was also in the Wallabies camp. We're going to see him play a lot more minutes this year.
Yeah, but that's a big thing, right? Like, I think he was averaging about 40 minutes last year. So if they can get him up to 50, 55 minutes, obviously his score is going to continue to go up. And he's that kind of prop that can have a massive impact and score a lot of points. Yeah. But we aren't really expecting him to play 60-plus minutes, which is going to make him the top shelf, like an HJH, Alan Alatoa, and Taniela Tupou. But he would definitely be in that next run, and I think feature pretty prominently in fantasy points.
For sure. And his points per minute are up at 0.57. So that's
almost Angus Bell levels.
It's almost there.
Wow.
And look, okay, so the Volp, which is the difference between the top average of the top prop and of the 8th prop.
Yes, it is that. So how we're doing Volp is if there are 8 managers, there's going to be 16 props picked.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the difference between the first prop and the 16th prop.
Yes. That's totally what I did. It's going to be a bit more than 10 points.
I'm about to fix it for you right now.
That's from 0 to 8. Well, while you have a look at that, the Smokies. That's the last thing to talk about. We're going to talk about each position.
It's Pony at 19.4.
Is the... Oh, well, yeah, okay. So that's a few more points. All right. The Volp is then... it's about 14 points. So that's the difference between the top prop and the 16th prop that is going to be available for fantasy managers based off averages.
15.6.
To be exact. Very good. And yes, that will become more of a theme throughout some other positions where you'll see some substantially bigger Volps to take into account with your value-based drafting. But Smokies, Harry Hoopert, we all like him. We've talked about him a lot.
Yeah. I don't think everyone supports us on this one. No. A lot of people don't seem to think that he has the loose head jersey for the Reds down pat, but I disagree. I think we saw Harry Hoopert 2 seasons ago in the same light that we see. Not exactly the same light, but in terms of looking at like an Angus Bell and a Pony Fa'amasili, in terms of his scoring rates in fantasy footy, as his minutes have gone up, his points per minute have gone down, but he is definitely one of those mobile fit props that I think more like an Alan Alatoa mold that he can just have a big work rate and just accumulate points.
Yeah. No, he's.
We don't think he's a Bell.
Let's just be clear. He's not Mr. Incredible, but. No, I certainly think he could go really well this year. Alex Fidow, I already mentioned him. Look, I don't know why he's just not starting. There's been a few props retire for the Hurricanes, but there's still Tyrell Lomax, All Black Tyrell Lomax in front of him in the tight head jersey. So I can't really see him starting, but with Ben May and a few other guys moving on, hopefully we see some more and more of him because he is electric. His partner in crime is Asafa Amua. They're both players of similar molds. His running game is unbelievable. Yeah. And as I said, 0.82 points per minute when he gets on. So
not bad.
If you get a chance to snap him up, he's awesome. And otherwise, rounding out the Smokies, Cameron Orr, a player that these players Harry is very fond of. So Cameron Orr, I reckon these are the players, the props. These are the props you'll see in Harry's fantasy team. Cameron Orr and then Angus Wagner, perhaps, or Tom Robertson. We'll see. So those 2 guys are battling it out for the loose head jersey at the Western Force.
Let's be honest. Tom Robinson has that jersey. Angus
Wallabies.
Bell might get some. Yeah, exactly. Angus Wagner might get some minutes.
Stop comparing everyone to Angus Bell, mate. Okay, he's in a league of his own, please.
Tom Robinson was
Sorry.
fighting against Angus Bell last year, but Wagner will not start over Robinson. He's a very good prospect. I really like him, but they're years apart in terms of development.
Sure.
I agree.
Yes, and if you haven't as well, check out the trial games. We know Wags actually had a very good trial game against the Brums. Made a big pilfer in that as well. So,
looked good over the ball, fit, athletic. But again, I thought his issue was that he just wasn't strong enough in the set piece.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Tom Robinson will start over him all year.
Very good. All right, excellent. That's going to do the props.